Hello, everybody! Is it working on YouTube and Twitch? And YouTube is working and Twitch is working. Nice. Okay, hello, everybody! We're back today for a stream on Genshin Impact to continue the Fountain's Archon quest. Sorry for my head. If my head seemed unshaved, it's because it is. What was that? It's a Twitch notification. I don't know why Twitch started to send me notification every single time I'm starting my stream these days. I don't know why. But anyway, so we're back today for another stream on Genshin. Like I said. Oh, already.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Does that also mean that she technically grew up here? Why is she living in a sewer if she has this place? Yeah, something that doesn't really make that much sense. Why did they find this fish? Cannot see anything like this in the water. Okay, I was wondering if I was actually going at the right spot, and yes, I am. Though, how am I supposed to get on? From here? Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to get onto the ship. That would have helped me last time when I wanted to get the homunculi on top of the ship. When I was exploring Fontaine.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers. all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene. Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired. You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man.
Well, there was
who
supposed to be an
deeply
informant.
Remorseful for his past actions.
Other than Jock.
It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that, ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
So
Then
you
why-
do know something else, Maloose.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss.
Hello, Momo SVT.
Dying in a duel
How are you
and
doing
suffering
today?
lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that
Oh,
he could
nice.
protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding.
That's a good for
this.
during this
What Boss
this cycle.
wanted to hand to you
not yeah
was
like
the
today,
parasol,
but I got her like a couple
a
of
sword.
week ago, I think.
If Boss's spirit
When
could
she-
hear
the
you
man who
telling
started.
me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me?
Non, ça va
And
bien.
I was never able to make it to where I am now.
Je savais pas que tu étais française.
Yeah,
There you go.
I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if
Française
I
ou
had
français?
wanted,
Un des
I
deux, je
could
sais
have
pas.
just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need
little.
to give me an easy way out.
So you're learning French then?
Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades.
You're
There's no
studying
telling
it.
who
Nice.
might be lying in wait at their headquarters.
From where are you?
We
Okay,
also have
that
no
got
idea
me
what
a
kind
little
of
bit curious.
evidence we may be able to
Are you from
find
the States or
inside,
from somewhere in Europe?
nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will.
Yeah, I was thinking like, wait, your name is American?
But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and
You're from America.
waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you. for all
Okay,
of
tu
that
es américain.
Have you discovered anything new in the past few
Nah,
years?
that's a little bit better. I'm Canadian,
One conclusion I came
for
to
my part.
was that the
That's
enemy
why
must be
I know how to speak French.
Spina di Rosula,
I'm from the
or at
Quebec.
least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark, and observe.
That's quite that is quite the odd name, being called American.
Their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be
For my part, my name is Canada.
fled, however.
Yeah, I'm just
then
joking. I'm
someone must have
joking.
given them the news. After several rounds of testing and
Stupid,
investigative
stupid.
tracing,
Must be hard to learn a new
the
language, to be
suspect was
honest.
down to 3 people.
I remember when I was younger, my one of my brother wasn't like he was still learning how to speak English, and when he tried to translate something from for me because I was too young to understand English properly. The phrase was sorry for my impertinence, but when he translated it, it was basically like sorry, but I'm impertinent. The meaning of what he said.
Uncle.
So it's not easy to learn a new language. That I know of. Myself, I didn't learn like FL Madame Winter. Oh, yeah. But yeah, it's not easy. Even I got some difficulty sometime with English and French, to be honest. I do have a tendency to forget some words.
Helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around, with a lot of business connections in the city.
And the classroom is pretty much where you want to be doing better.
Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for
Well, there is a difference between speaking it and writing it.
Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices.
When you want to write it, you have to remember how the words are supposed to be written, compared to just speaking it.
About our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along.
Oh, but I actually wasn't really listening to the story. I was so focused on the chat that I wasn't even really focused on the story. I don't even know what's going on. Your name is your mom? No. So your name is Mom then, or something like that. Yeah, in the end, even text-to-speech couldn't allow you to cheat. Oh, yeah. Okay, Momo. That's why the Momo SVT. Okay, I have to.
Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world.
Really, I must have missed a lot, actually. Probably
You're
here.
right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out.
Yeah, Navi is a great character.
I'm finally headed towards the truth.
I'm currently trying to build her. I have actually got the artifact for her. I'm trying to build a team at the moment, actually.
That he turned on boss with zero warning.
Okay, you can tell me what happened then. Ah, now you shoot them with the...
I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth.
Yeah, I do have her. I'm currently trying to get the artifact for Rena to put in her into the team.
You, demoiselle. As you're and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice.
Let me guess. It's the other. It's the other one, the third one.
Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that.
Okay,
Was
that I
not
learned.
what Synth is still. I've never accepted that.
Tavia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, Demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
Yeah, remember Vache. I do remember Vache. I do also remember that when I heard it the first time, I thought they were saying something else. Yeah, I'm past the well. Actually, heard the thing is about Vache. Right now, I'm just arrived in Poisson.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet,
Though I
Boss
don't
already
know
knew the
exactly who
connection
Vache
between
is.
Synth and the
I think I
serial
saw like
disappearances case.
her wife or something. His wife or something.
But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been
Uh,
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was no.
I do think though that it is a weird name to give to that character. It's only like one letter off of actually being some kind of Canadian slur or something. It's
5 years with knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten
Okay,
but as
then,
long
yeah.
as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
So many. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna do this.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean...
If everyone wants to hear what I've been missing, I'm probably gonna just rewatch my own stream for this, or watch a stream that talks about the Fontaine quest.
If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Aw, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
Yeah, on YouTube.
I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Carlos' case is record. Nice. I might just switch the team for this quest purposes. Let's go with my Nevia team. Wait, my Nevia is dead. Forgot about that. I'm gonna come back here after my Nevia is alive. I got her like a couple of weeks ago. I got her in this banner, but the thing is I was working on my Nevia at that time. And yeah, but like I said, I was mostly like working on Navia. Right now I'm working on artifact set as well. No, I did not farm actually. I used all my resources because I was building Navia and I got her while I was building Navia. Like I said. I've been through like a couple of weeks just trying to get a good artifact set for Navia and stuff.
It is settled then. Please excuse me and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Yeah, fine. I can do this.
Arranging everything for us, Malus.
Yeah, my Navia's build is probably not that good either. I can show you my Navia. But the one build that I'm really proud of is probably my Tartaglia. A minute. What are they saying here?
It is settled then. Please excuse me and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
And that's a
Papa
little bit
didn't
better.
say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized...
Yeah, Navia build is not that bad.
...to the two of us.
It's top for a top 35%. Yeah, I'm on American server. I'm Canadian. I looked at your I looked at it through the Akasha system though. I kind of like the fact that it's called the Akasha system for that website.
I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons. Regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find...
What else she told her? Yeah, that's when he used to die and he passed away. Fire shot that killed my husband. It was likely in self-defense, but it was possible for me to hate him or what he's done. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
Also, one of the other reasons why I'm right now I haven't
really
like
think so?
built my Farina more than like level
The first
40 is
time
because I'm
anyone said that
currently
to me.
using all my resin into the how's this called? Into the flower over there. Because I kind of want the I kind of want the feathers from that. Okay, so that explained then. Oh, okay. Maybe I should probably
Are you okay, Navia?
I should probably focus a little bit more on the story.
Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
I'm gonna show you my Navia. Those are the stats I have for my Navia. She has a lot of crit damage. Crit rate can be a little bit higher. And I think I can get a bit more attack as well. But pretty good Navia, and to be honest. What are my Navia stats actually on the Akasha system? I'm kind of curious now. I haven't looked at it. Boop.
Oh. Oh.
My Navia is top 43. With a little bit too much elemental mastery. And just not enough like crit damage. Maybe crit rate. But all the other stats are kind of higher than average. On the for the most part. She just like a little bit of crit rate. Which can be fixed if I get like a better send. This send is awful. Same thing for... this thing is also kind of awful. To be fair. This is awful, this is awful. I don't have anything. I don't have a single good piece and everything else. That needs to be fixed. I don't have money though. God damn it! Forgot that I needed more money. Ugh. Oh, whoops. There you go. Where is it? Boom. I don't have any EM on my Navia. It's just some artifact that I have EM on it. Like... Not this. This has some EM. But all of the other stats are extremely good. Roll 2 times in crit rate, 1 time in attack, 1 time in energy recharge. This has... No, not this, but my Sen has some EM as well. This is the only reason I have EM. But I don't have any better sense for her, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get like a better circlet for her as well. This is a very good circlet. Though that feathers can be a little bit better if I finish rolling it though. If I get like a 4th roll in crit rate, in crit damage here, it will be so nice. Would be so nice. I guess this one is probably gonna be better. Like this is bad, but this has potential for better crit rate instead of recharge. I think I already have like a little bit too much energy recharge. Wait, you want to join the world? I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the main quest if I. Why not?
Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to... Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
No, I don't have any energy. I need to find some chests. I really don't have any energy.
I'll get myself together.
Don't know what to do. Pocket Momo. Oh, so this is the sword you have for her. I have her axes. Actually, the reason, the fact that I have her axe is one of the reasons why I pulled for her. As well. Probably, she probably has like my favorite weapon type ever. I love axes.
How brilliant!
I love axes and big sword. I kind of want to take a look at your Farina. How do I do that though? I think I can do it from here. Friend. Check information. Farina. Do you have any artifact for her? So you have on Golden Troop. This is good crit rate, very good crit rate and crit damage. Good damage, energy recharge, and attack. That's some very good roll as well. The goblet could be better.
Want to go traveling? I don't mind where we go, as long as I have
No,
my
that's
friends
still the
with me.
goblet. That's the sun. I will check this out. This is the offset piece. Crit damage. You have the circlet on HP. I think circlet should be crit damage though. Circlet should be crit damage, not HP. Unless you're using her as a healer mostly. Kind of curious to see. Because you have her with yeah, there's a stat that I saw. You have a lot of HP. Oh, so it's for, well, 70 is not that big of a deal. Like, my most powerful team is I'm gonna show you my most powerful team, and you're gonna be able to see what I mean when I say
Taught me that carrying an
oh, wait.
unreliable weapon is worse than not
It's
carrying one at
here.
all.
I cannot show you my team because you're here, but like in my most powerful team I have that. A level 70 Yansan. Which is barely built. Well, actually I have a full set on her that I've maxed out with only attack. A field character doesn't really need to be to have like a lot of HP. They don't need to survive that much. Because they don't enter the field. And even her, she's not level 90 or 80. I think I left her at level 80 actually. No, yeah, she is a level 80, and her weapon needs to be upgraded.
I don't mind
I think it's
where
the
we
same
go,
for, yeah,
as long as I
it's the
have
same
my
for
friends
her.
with me.
And this is my Verisa, my most powerful character. She has very bad artifact, very bad stat, but she's OP because she's C6. Like, this could be higher crit rate, I could have better crit damage on her. Definitely. Even, like, most of her pieces doesn't say that it's good pieces. Actually, those 3 pieces does say. Actually, I don't even have this finished building. This is how bad our set is. God damn. My Verisa is pitiful. But just because of that, she's OP. Just because of this, she is completely OP. God damn it. But yeah, this is like the character though I've put the most effort in. 61 over 172. Which is not necessarily like super good. I know some characters can go higher, but for Tartaglia is not that bad. One of my best flower. One of my... actually, no, this is not one of my best. This is my best, and it was his previous pieces. But still a very good feathers. Good... No, not good sand. Actually, it's even worse because I crafted that thing. Even worse, I crafted that thing and it sucks. Goblet is relatively
Really
good.
wanna go traveling.
And
I don't mind where we
relatively
go, as long as
doesn't
I
have
have
like
my
crit
friends
rate
with me.
anywhere, but it has a lot of attack on it. So yeah, it's an okay Tartaglia. Could do a lot better, but right now I'm focusing on her. But anyway, what are you doing over there? Oh, you're so free to play. Nice. I cannot say that for myself. I am not free to play. I'm not a whale either, but I'm not playing free to play. I tend to I try to as much as possible not to put money into the game too much, though. But if there's a character that I want, or oh, hello, Venti. You're gonna pop onto the next world. Funny thing is that my Venti has probably been like one of my fave character when I started the game.
Do love Spina di Rosula's
I started playing
logo.
Genshin when it first came out.
Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
Oh, he already had the buff. I thought he was gonna get a buff. Room.
Umbrella warfare, I guess.
So he got a buff. What kind of buff did he get though? I think I can see it from the notice if he already got it. Update summary. Known issue. Update detail is burst. I'm gonna go look at his burst then. Talent, burst. If the storm eyes came into contact, gets arrow piercing. What does that mean? May only occur once per use.
My time with the
The description for his burst doesn't seem to have changed though.
Is worse than not carrying one at all.
Yeah, the description for his burst hasn't changed at all. I guess this is... I could probably upgrade some of those things eventually. Can craft 3 of those, and I will need one of this. Anyway, at some point I will probably build my Venti properly, because I do like playing Venti from time to time. It's been a while since the last time I built them though. A magical combo buff. What does that mean? Kind of funny that I hear your shot from over there.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Oh, chest! Nice. Boom! There you go. Chest obtained.
Let's pack it up.
Anyway, do you have any enough for? Nope, I'm a couple of minutes off for the next 20. I guess. So I'm probably I'm probably just gonna go back to solo world because I kind of want to continue on the on the Archon quest. It is pretty much the reason why I'm doing those streams. I want to cover the Archon quest on the channel. But it was fun playing with you a little bit. It was fun looking at your Navia and your Farina. No, and I need to go over there.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine.
Oratrice
chose instead
Mechanique
to
and
prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts?
Oratrice
after seeing someone
Cardinal.
dissolve right in front of his eyes?
Yep.
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything, once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then, I'll leave Mr. Callus's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Okay. We got Florence stuff, that dialogue over here. Where am I supposed to go now? Oh, I need to go back to the city. Let's go back to the city. Hey, it's Thierry! C'est Thierry!
Hey, Thierry! It's me.
Thierry.
Oh,
That's how it's pronounced in
now,
English,
what
then.
brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did
But
a
you're not in
fantastic
Poisson right
job
now.
around town,
What are you talking about?
building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it. If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I
Yeah, whoops.
couldn't
I actually
possibly
punched my
run
microphone.
Poisson
Sorry
on my
about that.
own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If
But
you
I
try
want the
make
chef to
unreasonable
massage my
demands,
shoulder.
The chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
Okay. So, I need to go all the way down there. Oops. Do, 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 do. There you go. Takes so long to walk around when you don't have a C6 Varisa on your
How may I
team.
help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
I really do feel like after using my Varisa for so long,
Navia, hello.
I got a little bit tired of just walking with any other character.
Not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show.
Yeah, I heard of the
Who knew it
term.
would turn into a whole murder mystery. I also
It's not like I don't
witnessed
enjoy
marvelous
like
sleuthing work.
using any other
Impressive.
characters. Just
Beat
that
the Hydro Archon at her own
I
game on
spent
her
so
own
much
turf.
time like
I
just
can
running
only
around
imagine
and doing
everyone in
nothing with
Fontaine
Verisa.
discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other
Especially
thing, right?
since Verisa can
Thought that
run
humor
infinitely
is
if you have her
dissolved in water?
C6.
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
It doesn't help.
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea.
What do you mean by
Without the
that?
vigilance of my partner,
What am
I
I?
probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia.
To be honest, about my Verisa, at the same time I'm glad to have her, and at the same time I'm kind of I kind of feel like I shouldn't have C6'd her at all.
Use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike.
It is the only it is the only thing that was no, not the only thing. Verisa is like the only character I have C6. I have never tried to C6 anyone else.
My age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
And I did it like mostly because I wanted more copies of Chevreuse to be at that time. I wanted to try to C6 my Chevreuse and she didn't want to pop.
I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
And you know what they say, you shouldn't pull for the 4-star character.
We'll ask around.
Should always pull for the 5-star if you don't want to pull for indefinitely for the 4-star. And that's what happened to me. I pulled for the 4-star and I got the C6 for a 5-star instead.
I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
You C6 Cujo 7 and you wanted C2 Raiden and only got FOT C0. FOT, what is that? Oh, you only got one copy of your Raiden Shogun. Yeah, that kind of sucks. To be honest, I also like lost a lot of 50-50 when I was polling for Verisa as well. And when I was polling for her, I got like C6 Gaming before getting a single copies of Verisa. I got C6. What was the other character that won? I think the other character was actually her. I got C6 Kachina. They gave me C6 of both characters, both 4-star before giving me a single copy of Chevreuse. And by the time I got like the first Chevreuse, I was already like C4 Verisa. So, and I was extremely sleepy at that time as well. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning at the time when I was actually going to sleep at 2 a.m. And I was like, well, I'm already there. Might as well just go for it. It cost me like I think it cost me 1,500 $500 or something like that. It cost me a fortune to get her to C6. It was such a bad idea. I regretted it at the moment. After that, I played with her and I enjoyed the damage that she dealt. She can kill every single boss on the map in just a couple of seconds. It is also one of the reasons why like my score in this spot, in the Stinging Onslaught, my score is like 34 seconds for every single boss that is in there at level 3. Because she killed the first one in 11 seconds, she killed the second one in 14, and she killed the third one in 9 seconds. So she just murders everything extremely fast. One of the only reasons also why I can reach 33 star, not 36 because I don't have like a very good second team. Especially not in this Abyss that needs a Bloom team and I don't have any Bloom character. I did got like Nefer in this banner right now, but I don't have like any good team for Nefer. Since it's literally like the only Bloom character that I have. And I kind of want to try to hope and keep my crystal for my Primos for if Emily ever come back. Because I kind of want to try a team with Emily. But yeah. I do enjoy running around with Verisa. But it did cost me a lot to get her to C6. And I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
We've talked to all 3 suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
But
And also, to be honest, it was at the start of the year that I did that. And at the start of the year, I was really just spending my money like an imbecile.
you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance. That makes sense.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
I wouldn't have fired a shot at all!
And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the Order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory. Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the 3 suspects
Yeah, I do have Discord.
the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Yeah, well, for me, the only reason, like, for me, Discord is not, like, allowed is because, and especially, I would say especially when I stream Genshin Impact. It's not ad bots. It's not the bots at all. It's mostly that I got, like, a a shit ton of artists. I mostly, almost every single time I stream Genshin Impact, I get artists that come to my stream and try to sell me stuff. I think not like last stream. Yeah, last stream I actually did also get like someone that tried to sell me art on when I streamed Genshin last time. But the one from before that added me on Discord. She showed me stuff, and I told her before I had added her Discord that I wasn't gonna buy anything, and she almost like she was pushing me, but really pushing me to try and buy her stuff. I just got tired and I blocked her on Discord and banned her. Yeah, like it's mostly, and one of the most reason like they come to me is because they see my stream. They say like, "Oh wait, you're streaming, huh? Why aren't you putting more stuff on your screen? Why is Genshin covering the entirety of your stream? Why your game is covering everything? Why is there nothing else on it? Where is your VTuber model? Where's your logo? Where is everything?" I want the stream. My stream, I'm doing this for fun mostly, and I wanted to look as much as possible like something I did. I did everything myself, setting everything on OBS, and I know it's not like a lot of stuff, but it's mostly because I want the chat, I want my camera, and I want the game. I don't need anything else to be on screen. If I had a VTuber model, it would replace the camera, but I don't have a VTuber model. I have my camera because I want people to be able to see my reaction to stuff. Mostly when I do Iron Man on Fire Emblem, but I want people to be able to see my reactions to stuff. And to be honest, I kind of like it to be simple. I don't tend to go watch people that put crazy amount of stuff on screen, because in those times, mostly like the screen of the game is a lot less big and becomes a little bit harder to see stuff. Yeah, they also tried that. Like the last one tried that. Like I was saying, like I'm not gonna buy anything. She was, and then she's like, "Oh, you can buy me like $20 for at the moment." And I was like, "I'm not. I don't want to buy anything. I want to keep my money. I don't have that. I've been like, I did pay an artist at one point because the one that has made my logo at the moment is an artist that I paid for, and I was very happy with the logo that she made for me. But then I paid for a banner. The banner was not the same quality. It was a lot worse. I had to argue with that artist a lot to be able to have something that was kind of nice. And when I got that, after I recently changed my banner on both YouTube and Discord, not Discord but Twitch, and because I had another artist that made me a picture based on something that someone that I don't even know draw me from an event that I went to for fun, because I'm not that big that I'm gonna be invited to events to to do meet and greet. No, I'm not that kind of YouTuber or Twitcher. But I went to an event during the summer because I want to just have fun. And I wasn't like cosplaying anything, but I was wearing the kimono that I bought at that event. And someone wanted to draw me because he said like, "Oh, you like the ambience that I was doing that I had at that time gave him inspiration, because I was also with that sword on the back here. I had that sword, I had my kimono, I was like pretty much with the same like baldness as right now. It's third day without shaving. I was supposed to shave yesterday my head, but in the end I was too sleepy to do it. But yeah. Yeah, it's mostly like they try to adhere to your price, and it's like, no, I don't want to pay. It's so horrible. And I think I also like made artist a slur on my Twitch. I don't know if artist is allowed on my channel. I think I thought of doing it at some point. I don't know if I actually put it as a slur. But yeah. Artists can be extremely extremely pushy. Yeah, they never want to do it for the $0. You should have like proposed like 50 cents that she had to give you. That's probably like something I'm gonna do at some point. If there's any other artist, I'm gonna say like, "Oh, you want to do art for me? Okay, pay me $50 and do me something." I'm gonna accept you to do something for me if you give me say $50 to accept it, because I know they are gonna waste my time anyway. Ugh. No, yeah. So what were they saying?
Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory. Besides, Jock, the attack from the Gardamex has
Yeah,
been
it's mostly that
bothering me
like
quite a bit as well.
the work that they show you is extremely bad. I showed that recently to one to my brother, like the one that the last artist before I blocked her sent me, and he was like, "It looks like AI. It looks like goddamn AI. It doesn't look like something that that work." And after that, like also one of the things is most likely if you tell them that you don't know what the general price for it is, they are gonna try to sell it to you at like $200 for something that they probably didn't took that much time to do.
That we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible.
Yeah, you could have done it better. Like literally, the one that did my banner, the first one I she give me she showed to me. I was like, "Are you really just kidding with me?" I could have done that in a day. You took a month. It looks like you just took the original picture of the character that I showed you, and just put like a background that you found on Google. I could have done it like in 5 minutes. I could have did the exact same thing in 5 minutes. No Photoshop, no nothing. And then after that, she was like, "Oh, but I have proof that I have done it." And they show me like a picture of all the eyeliner or whatever it was. And I was like, how am I supposed to understand that you did draw it by yourself? If, especially because the character that I asked was character that I was extremely not in love, but I was extremely close to the characters because they were characters from my favorite game and my favorite characters from those games. And one in particular, I recognized the original design to the T, to the little detail, because I played that game so much. I recognize every single little detail from it. I could have told you whether or not it was fan-made or the original picture. It was exactly the same thing. It's not even AI. She literally took the picture that I sent her and she put it on a backdrop, on a background. The background might have been AI, but the picture itself was exactly the same. It was just the pick and put. Yeah. Like, hand-drawn stuff looks a lot better than AI slop. Yeah, yeah. It was exactly that. It was bad.
Besides, Jock, the attack from the it's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
What? No. Yeah, exactly.
Given everything that's happened since,
I will say though that until like recently, because
but who among the
I
three
was not
suspects
necessarily like in the
would have
good
the
spot
ability to control every
when I
owned
was
Gardamex?
doing stuff with that artist. I was not in a good spot mentally.
Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Yeah, had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from
It was not like necessarily like in an extremely bad spot mentally, but it was not like I will say this year was not necessarily like the best year mentally for me either. After all, like October of last year's was the period of probably like until like 1 or 2 months from today, until I changed my sleep schedule. I was not like mentally super confident, not super like stable, mostly because last year I got off from a long relationship. I had a fiance and where we couldn't like we just how to say it. I had a fiance and we couldn't like see not necessarily like see eye to eye. I'm still friend with her, but we couldn't just hold the relationship any longer. There was problem in it. I wanted to work on it, but it was extremely obvious that she didn't want to work more on it. Kinda. She was tired of the relationship, so we separated, and I was not like in a super good mood. Hey, nice, you got your limited refill. So after that, I started to spend like a shit ton of money. It was so at that time that the first artist came to me and tried to sell me art. I bought some stuff, and I then continued to buy stuff from her. Even though most of the except for like the logo that I have right now, the rest was not to the same standard, obviously. But yeah, and it's just like until a couple of months, because I was dumb enough to try to buy like a VTuber model from her, and when I saw the result, I was like, "God damn, what the hell am I doing? What the goddamn hell am I doing with my money? I need to get back on track." I only paid for half of it. But when I saw it, I was like, I'm not gonna deal with that shit anymore. I told the artist to keep the half that I gave her, and I was just gonna cancel the commission altogether. Yeah, free VTuber model is probably something that I should have looked into instead. Like I said, I don't even know why I spent so much money on that particular artist. Her stuff was overpriced, but like extremely overpriced compared to what other artists probably have sold me. And it was not high quality. But really, when I saw like that video, I was like, I'm just throwing my money away. What the hell am I doing? Then it was also like after I saw it. It was after I changed my sleep schedule, and when I started to get like better mentally. And yeah, at that time, like I said, I was like, I'm gonna just wait a couple of months. I'm gonna cancel completely. I'm gonna make her say that I've canceled it. I'm gonna make her approve the cancellation. I'm gonna give her like a random date next year to start communicating again. And until then, I'm gonna give her like I think I waited a week or two, and then I blocked her because I didn't want to actually got into contact with her again. But yeah, I was extremely dumb this year. especially with my money. Was not in a good place, but it's getting better. It's getting better. Especially since I changed my sleep schedule. I'm a lot happier as well after that. You should have a few artists. Yeah, this is something that I haven't done. It was really not something I have done, because especially since the thing with the VTuber model was something that I got in mind after like the event I went in August, and it was like just something that that popped into my mind, like, because at that time I started watching some VTuber, and at that convention there was like a VTuber that talked to me a little bit in the shop section, because she had a screen there and she was talking to some of the not passenger, but the passerby, and she interacted with me because I had a huge box, the box that contained the figurine that is over there right now, that takes a lot of the shelf it's in. And yeah, I also went and with my brother to one of the spot that was like how to start what VTuber is and stuff. So I was like, I might be interested to just have like a VTuber model to try it out, but yeah, I don't have the money to spend on somebody on an artist for me to have a VTuber. Especially not at the moment, because I want to try and get my money back up after the year that I had. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that their work is all AI. But the thing is, I also wasn't like extremely I didn't have any knowledge of any artist. didn't have any knowledge of artists, and I didn't have any knowledge of what AI art looked like that much.
Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques.
Well, if you want, you can add me on Discord. My Discord username is exactly the same as my Twitch and YouTube username.
After all, Uncle
It's not easy to. It's not hard to find me. It's literally just my username. So if you want, you can add me. Because right now, since I'm on stream, they won't allow me to add anyone, or at least I don't think. Last time it didn't want me to add anyone. Anyway, what were they saying about Uncle Marcel?
My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
Florence?
It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques.
You cannot say no to every single one. I'm
Rosula's advisor. His work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
Yeah, I know.
So you're saying
It's Bosch, yeah.
to afford a mecha army?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly. Who could it be?
Tink! Dink! Irrelevant. I'm missing some information. I think it's Marcel.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness.
Yeah, the
has
thing
been
that kind
very
of pushed me
well
towards
considered.
Marcel was the fact that he was willing to protect Navia. If you think about it, if he's willing to protect Navia, it's mostly because of the fact that the Navia's father was actually saying that if anything happened to my daughter, I'm gonna reveal your I'm gonna reveal what is happening with the whatever the name of the drugs was. I don't remember exactly what the name of the drug was.
About the Spina's internal affairs,
Synth?
has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight.
And he's rich as well.
Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are.
Hey, Thierry!
I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Oh!
Isn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
Hey, it's Child!
What? Is that someone you know?
They put a child on trial!
We know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
Why him? I saw him like a
absurd,
couple.
don't you think?
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away.
He just arrived to Fountain like a couple of days ago.
Guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right, because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah, and it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
How dumb can this country be?
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Linny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver. When did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that Your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Arrhenius. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
See you then!
Okay. So,
Now that Navia has set out for Arrhenius, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's...
since we're gonna meet with Tarta, I'm gonna bring Tarta.
Huh. According to Malusa's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
There you go. Do 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 do. Ah, this probably is.
Finally found it. Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all. Ah, you're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
Inside your opera epiclese. What is going on with
Clear that I
Tarta?
must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received.
Don't be dumb for no reason.
Last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey, don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Suspicious.
What's going on?
Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway, so I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
And who put him on trial, to be honest? Who put him in trial?
Would like to
Really?
charge instead.
Yeah, right, like 2 days ago.
That person is... Cabriere!
Huh? What confrery? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter.
Yeah.
Committing to the charge also means
And who
taking
put
on
child
the
on
legal
trial?
responsibilities
Who put
associated with it.
but who put me on
If the
trial
charge
first
fails,
as
depending
well?
on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial. Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Okay.
On the
I
day
have
of
to
the
do
murder,
this again.
Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabriere. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots
that
in the
guy?
courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot.
Well, I don't really mind this thing. It's
Guards'
just that
investigation did not recover any
I
other
thought that
firearms from the
while
scene.
Navia was
As
on
a
court,
result,
I was
they
gonna be
concluded that the
doing a
suspect's
dungeon.
first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries.
Okay.
These are the known facts about the case.
So here I have to put
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
now it's my time. Don't think there's any loophole about that one. Though this one, during the banquet, a 2 gunshot. Wait a minute. I do have 5 things, so I guess this should be changed for...
not.
Ah, god damn it. I know if I think if I take too long to Okay, Florian, the advisor of Strina, the Rosella clan, that he was very grateful to Callas for his kindness. He was also present at the banquet day of the case. Can provide that Callas did not carry a. Ah, there you go. Nope. This? I don't know. God damn it. I'm gonna do a 5. 3 years ago, on a rainy night banquet, I heard 2 gunshots outside the house. Then Callas had a gun in his hand, and Jacques had. That's probably towards the end. Doing the information regarding the garden mag and racing. Nope. Yeah, this is here.
However, in the end, he reconsidered and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
There you go. So after that... Nope. Maybe this actually goes here. Nope. Then this? Nope. So no information goes here. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see what this is. When the guests arrive, I think this is right. Nope. God damn it. Maybe this? Nope. Ah, there you go.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
There you go. After that, this happened.
A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
There you go. That was it.
The true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot I need to click again. Yay! I successfully refute everything.
Ah, so that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine 2 things. 1, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And, at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Don't know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations, until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances?
The fact that he arrived after doesn't mean that he didn't get involved in it.
Or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Nagi will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Vacher?
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
You know what? Get rid of the synth production bases. Hello. Oh, already set up. Ah, so I can change my team. This team's gonna do just fine.
Get to work! Suffer the wrath! A little amuse-bouche! Goose on the loose!
There you go. Whoops.
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Hey, chest! Nice! Amazing chest!
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
There's a crab under. There's a couple of crab underwater. Tell me, something tell me I need to do something with the crabs. Ah, there you go. Boom. There you go. It works. Oh, that's actually rise of water level. Nice. Probably gonna need another one.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top.
You think?
But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Yeah, no, I cannot jump that high. Boom.
Off to the breeze. Surge.
You're mine.
There you go.
Who's next?
And there you go. Boom.
Show no mercy.
Distinguished chest. Sometimes the best archer are the one that doesn't use bows. And child is the nameless of this game. There you go. Oh, nice, another chest. Boom.
A little emotion. Another star goes out. Get to work. At first,
There you go.
a dash of
Already? They really didn't put that much enemy into this place. There are some, but they die so quickly. Probably should have brought my Navia team to have a little bit more difficulty.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia.
I'm gonna take that.
What's all this? It's a bunch of really cute things. Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
What is all that doing here?
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names? Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here? And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things, these names. That means... Oh, this is terrible.
This is a lot of speed. There is a lot of boxes. That means there's a lot of people that got taken away.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved. So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
Vache!
Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments?
Evgen.
That's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water? In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Maybe the uncle is Vache. Wait, so that should be like the primordial water?
Oh, look! There's an important looking basin over here, and it's full of water! That means this is where they make all the synth! And that special water is the main ingredient! If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human! Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
There was more stuff over here. Before I go to the other side.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress? Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's super obvious.
Yay, we got a bottle of scent that we can taste later. Let's taste it. By giving it to Marcel.
Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him. Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. They're all just so evil.
Yeah, but we need evidence that brings us to Marcel, though. We're missing something.
At almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But yeah, we haven't found
I think Vache is Marcel.
No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
Yeah, let me find an evidence. Let me find that evidence. I can't find evidence. Here.
for sure.
In the clothing. Definitely in the clothing.
Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks.
It's not time for snack, Paimon. Hey, I found it!
Whoa, really? Let Paimon see.
I found a notebook.
Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. So many. A whole page's worth. But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was...
Marcel! I knew it!
Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
No, Paimon. Vache and Marcel is the same guy.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Hello!
As expected of my partner, I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
Well, take a little bit of scent. There you go.
But the truth of it,
Hey,
Marcel,
I'm speaking.
is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also
Vache,
your prior timing defense.
Hot.
Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Well, now he's just admitting guilt.
Attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Vinier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will.
Well, she's in the
follow.
fountain.
But I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back?
What choice you have then to murder everybody by turning them into water?
Still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vignere. I promise. We made a promise. Vignere. Vignere!
She's in the fountain, I'm telling you!
Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Poor
Fine
Tart.
by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
Nouvelet.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignere. During an underwater expedition, Vignere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher.
And the Oratrice decided that Navia was to blame for everything.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Guards!
What do you expect, Vacher?
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
Must be a shot for Navia.
Absolutely brilliant.
day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to, so if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What do they want with him again?
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Are you goddamn serious?
Come on, is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
This sounds like...
Right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case.
Like it was supposed to.
And thus, it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
If the Armac called Tartaglia a culprit...
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
What? Why?
Hey, hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
Hey, you're supposed to be like... You're both supposed to be... It's so stupid. Why would they be guilty?
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
God, Tartaglia is such a stylish character. It's so sad that the story is portraying him as being so weak, though.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
After like his initial showcase, they made him look weak every single time he appeared after.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it!
Voice crack.
I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me you thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable! All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
It probably has something to do with the...
Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now.
Probably has something to do with the fact that this vision was not working either.
Bad stuff. So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Was supposed to have a nitro vision, and he gave it to the traveler because it's... Hey, I'm not in prison! Yeah! Yeah! Oh, whoops. Yeah! Tartar's not in prison! Yeah!
Oh, Monsieur Nervalet! That power you showed when you took him down. Who are you really?
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course.
He's been duped.
Officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
So let's see, our seat is all the way up there. Is there like any way to get up there? I don't think I can climb on the wall over here, right? You know, I cannot climb, so there's no way to get up there. That is kind of sad, though. They could have put an homunculus. It did allow us to climb on here, to go up there. They could have put like an homunculi on top of Farina's seat. Would have been very nice. That thing is broken. Anyway, so like I thought, it might be because of the fact that Taglia's water vision was hydro vision actually was getting like some problem. It might be linked to the power of the Hydro Archon itself. That is actually powering the Artis Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
What do you want, Marcel Vachier?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vache?
In the fountain.
I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If you try to leave, he's just gonna slap him across the face.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vache!
Vache!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
I should probably stop saying
It's me, Vache.
voluntarily breaking its name, and if I don't want to get if I don't want to get banned from this from Twitch.
I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Yeah, I know it's Vache, but I've been adding a Y between the E and the H. If you're learning French, you'll understand what it means.
Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignere, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
Vache, yeah.
Wait, you are not Vignere. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignere. I am the sacrifices.
What?
Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea.
Oh, okay, so it's the
Circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine.
So he's a mix of every single woman.
Is Vignere.
Why? But then, where is Vignere?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you.
Oh.
This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became? You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vignere's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignere's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
Maybe.
No. Yeah. She can't hate me. Let me see her. Please. Have mercy.
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignere. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that...
So yeah, that's what I thought.
It's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Vache.
Vache? 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 Drown.
That's definitely terrifying. That is definitely something I wasn't expecting. It's a children game, by the way. Actually, no, it's not a children game. What am I saying? It is not a children game.
It's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
But I do know that some children are playing this game, though. Eat round! Poor Vache! I still wonder why they decided to give him that name. Why Vache? They couldn't have thought of anything else. It is definitely not a French name. Definitely not a French name. Legs are killing me!
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
I'm gonna go get myself some lemonade.
It's been a few days. Paimon's already
I'm gonna be back in a bit.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Sen. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
I thought I had more. I only had like half a glasses.
That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
So what did I miss?
Even this weather can't put a damper on the Demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you. Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Sen. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Oh, yeah, whoops.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steam?
I guess everybody knows her.
Way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarand out for a meal.
What?
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clorinde gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great! Paimon also thought Clorinde wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave, and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him, to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Can I come too?
We want to go too! We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
We never met him, though.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
But why, though?
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be. Isn't that Nervalette?
Not that figure. Are you sure that's probably like those clothes?
Nadia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the
That's right, Sranan.
indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but Pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
But he apologizes all the time. He's Canadian.
Well, let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done. Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon
I just noticed Nouvelette in the background. What is he doing there?
Paimon didn't know that was a thing.
What is he looking at?
Do if she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad.
What is that? A phone got a notification again.
Nouvelette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
So that's why he was back there.
Paimon's really sorry, Navia, but Paimon did something pretty disrespectful just now.
What are you saying, Paimon? I don't think I get it.
Well, aren't you not supposed to fly around someone's grave?
Huh? Who told you that?
Hey, traveler! Why did you mess with Paimon again?
Who told you that? I didn't do it.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
But child!
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vache and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vache discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But
Monsieur.
if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Linny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Why does this race in particular kind of remind me of Mass Effect?
Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epiclese. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Yeah, this race is starting to piss me off. No more
Very well.
question.
It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memoria.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Monsieur.
You only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
Alright, you've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Stop being sad all the time, Neuvillette.
You know, we've been walking around for a while now.
Did I gain any money? Yeah, a little bit. I have a little bit of money. I can start upgrading some stuff.
Ready for us there. Genshin? Come on, let's go.
Okay. I probably have enough. Yes, I do have enough for one of those as well. So normally I would go for artifacts, but at the moment what I need most is probably a little bit more money. And since I'm doing this, might as well change for this team, because this team is gonna demolish. Or should I probably just say Varisa is gonna demolish. Hello! There you go. Never mind the hello. Boom. That was that. Boom. Boom. There you go. Boosh. Okay, with this, I'm pretty sure I must have the money to finally finish building that last artifacts that I have for her, which is the feathers. Please go into crit damage, that would be so nice. Oh, I don't have any consumable left. Put this. What else? Yeah, that thing is yucky. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. And this is bad, yep. Yep, pretty much all that is bad. I can scrap all this. Yes! 32 crit damage! It's a 4th one in crit damage. This is an extremely nice feathers. Yes! Look at this, and it's a pretty high roll as well. It's +7. It's such a good feathers. With this, I think my crit damage is so close to the 200. Oh, god damn it. So close to the 200. I need to find a better sand and a better this. If I only had like a sand with a little bit of crit rate, a crit damage, it would actually go back to being over the threshold. Would actually go over the threshold. And for the crit rate, if I ever like have enough allowed exegees just to put it in this, would definitely do it. But also if I ever get like a better feathers. No, the feathers actually is perfect. What I meant is probably like a better better flower. This is also like I think the first like 32 crit damage that I have. I don't think I have any other pieces that has so much crit rate. Let's see. What I'm looking for is secondary quality. No. Like, she has a 28 here. She has a 28 here. And that was my previously like my best that I ever had. But yeah, this 32 is definitely the best I've ever had as crit damage on a single piece. That is so nice. But anyway. So you wanted to show me your what was it called? You wanted to show me your Serenity Pot, right? Go claim. Go claim. Should probably level her up if I have enough now. Still don't have enough to bring her to a 90. Would be nice to have her to 90 though. I do wonder though, with this boost, slight boost to good damage, will she actually get like a better ranking? Yes, it's brought my Nevia down to 36. So she does have a better rating now. And she has better crit damage than most as well. Do.
Ignorant and vulgar.
Here I go!
There you go. There's a hydro thing over there. As well, wait. Do this while waiting. There you go. There is that thing. Whoops. I'm gonna install that thing over there. Boom. Install it over there. And I need one more. And there you go. Is that enough, or is there one more to do? No, it is enough. Okay, nice. Extinguish just
Are these edible? Running late again.
And that brings this section to 58. Probably not enough for Teapot! Hello, Momo! I think you need to send me the invitation for the teapot. I haven't received the invitation yet. So Momo, I'm gonna do a request to join. No, cannot send you a request. How does the teapot works? Because my teapot I know looks like shit.
Strength is one of those things where you gotta use it or lose it. So, wanna train with me sometime?
Jake Dave has information. No, that's not how it works. I'm kind of curious about your Verisa. I'm gonna look at your Verisa. So you actually have way better stat on your Verisa than I have on mine. You have 223 crit damage. I'm jealous. I never got a good artifact set for Verisa. I never got a good artifact set for her. This set really doesn't want to give me anything. Like even this, like you have crit rate, attack percent here, crit damage, crit damage, 17% crit damage here. Energy recharge is important for her, even though I don't care about it. 18 crit damage over here. Yeah, that was the 18. And 15% crit rate here. That's also very nice. And 14 crit rate and 13 crit damage. Which means this one probably rolled a lot into crit rate. Those are extremely good stats. You get 118 from your artifact set. That just really reminds me that I need to work still a lot more on Mavarisa. And what is your Shogun looks like? 62.2 crit damage, 12 crit rate here, that's nice. 10 crit rate, no crit damage though on the goblet. So the piece could be a little bit better. A lot of energy recharge. Crit damage, crit rate, attack percent, nice. 24 crit damage on the feathers. Energy recharge, elemental mastery, and attack percent. And you do, I do see that you have a tendency of using the flower as an offset, though. 7 crit rate, 14 crit damage, 14 attack percent. Yeah, very good piece. Very, very good piece. Though, I would say probably your Mavuika seems to have pretty low crit rate and crit damage. Guess you probably didn't put that much effort into her. She is better than Mavuika, at the very least. And what for her? I don't know what she does. I don't have her. Bennett with the skin.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
And Kuju Sarah. Send you C6 her by accident. Yeah. I don't even know what she does. Yeah, it is an invite friend. Okay. Ah, there you go. Now I see. Sorry, I was looking at your characters. Hello. A little shop areas, I see. That's nice. I guess this is where you grow your stuff. I like the decor. Oh, what is that? Kind of funny. What did you put in there? I guess it's a well from what's Natlan? For some reason, I thought this was Garmin. Seems to be all based on. This area seems to have been based on Inazuma, which, to be fair, Inazuma is probably like my favorite region at the moment. I do like Inazuma a lot. Can we go up there? Kinda curious. Seems like we can go pretty much everywhere. I haven't unlocked a lot of the scenery to bottom myself. I'm kinda curious if I can go up there. Seems like we can. I wanna go up there and have a look. Stay with the door. Sorry. Coming. I got distracted. So you're over there now. Boom.
Running late again. Gotta steer clear of other people.
I'm here. Oh, there's a fox over here. Can we actually pet the fox? No. Oh well. Oh, hot spring. Oh, we can actually sit on the stairs here. Didn't know. That's a nice ambiance.
Oh, brilliant!
Ah, there you go. Adding some fire into the water. Now think about it. How many characters can actually walk on water? I know Verisa can run over water. I know Farina can do it. Definitely. She actually is the only one that can, at C1, at C0, walk indefinitely. Whoops. Walk indefinitely onto the water. Who else can actually run on water? I think Mona can do it. For a little bit. Boing. Boing. This is a problem with climbing in this game. You. Boing. Oh. What happened if I touch? Why does that remind me of Sumeru? Probably from that land, but kind of looked like something from Sumeru for some reason. Boom. That actually calls a cat. Yeah, your 70 pot looks awesome, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. It's really apparent that you put a lot of effort into it. Whoops. What's happening? You teleported over there. Okay, I'm coming. Ooh, this is the main house, definitely. What is under there? I'm gonna be running around here. You. Whoops. Almost fell. Ah! Okay, and now I definitely fell. Okay. Whoops. Okay, that is something, I guess. I have to teleport back up. Whoops. Ah, goddamn. Stop climbing on every single. God damn it. Where's I want to climb everything? You. Must have took you a lot of time to build everything. Can we actually? No, we cannot interact with the bell. That's sad.
Illusion shattered.
Can we go inside of this? Not the main hall. No, we can't. Oh well. No, we're going back here. Just realized that technically Goro is somewhere around here. I'm gonna go see Goro. Where is he? There he is. He's talking with Chicken with... Wait a minute. Chicken is from Minazuma? I thought he was from Lewa. He's with the dog. Oh. You're in the rocks, that's some pattern. Oh, a firefly. Do. The resistance. Okay, now for Hindor. Where's the Hindor? It's over there. Oh, wait a minute. There's no teleport over there, though. I'm gonna have to walk over there.
Hurry up, Brassa!
There you go. Good thing I have a reset, I can run around faster. Wait a minute, what is that floating around here? Is that supposed to look like that? Now you're supposed to interact with him. I feel like he's not supposed to look like that. Anyway, I'm gonna enter the mansion. Hey, wait a minute. That's Chicken Win over there. Yep. Chicken Win with Travelers. That, Chingliu, I think, with Travelers again. Uju Saba. With a bed over there. She's watching the... Probably Kujo Saba's bedroom, I guess. Hey! What is she doing there? 2 Raiden Shogun. There you have your C1. There's a Stoma. Though I would have probably put what's her name? Kokomi instead of Sangonomiya there. Or was it actually someone else? I don't remember. Was it Ayaka? Because Kokomi is, I think Kokomi is the mermaid. Therapy. I need therapy. I've eaten too much burgers. Anyway. Yeah, I know that she's a therapist. She's also like a dream eater, if I remember. She eats bad dream. Oh, play guitar. Oh, that's nice music. How does that work? Is that were you the one that put the notes for this? Or was that like a pre-recording that the accessory came from? Ah, it's Squirk's story quest. Oh, it's Squirk's song then. Is that it? So this is Mulani's room. She does have something from Fountain, clearly. In a room. What's over there? Oh, I'm gonna sit. This is my throne. Hey, Paimon! Paimon is here. I guess this is supposed to be like Traveler's room? Traveler's and Paimon's room? With a bed for Squirk over here? Because Squirk is always like stalking her. Dude, that's must have been all the room. Wait, what is that? Seems like an instrument. It doesn't play any music. Oh wait, didn't realize there was something over here. I'm gonna touch. That's nice. Yeah, oh, didn't realize that. Oh, I do remember that quest. It's the quest with the ghost. Oh, wait, that, I thought it was for something. Anyway. That means those portraits must have been like from side quests, I guess. Are there any others portrait like that I haven't spotted yet? That is something I haven't spotted yet. Boosh! What's this up top here? Is there any portrait here? Nope. Mulani doesn't have any portrait. We don't have any portrait in this room. I guess it's probably pretty much all the portraits then. Yeah, you made it a very cozy place. Very, very cozy place. Hmm? Where are you? What do you want me to use? Oh, you can use that? Oh, Sheriff Cat. Ah, it's a... It's a Pet the Cat minigame. There you go. Cat just left the throne. Those are the paintings I haven't seen. Oh, that is definitely from the main quest. Hey, not Mavuka, but very size on there. But this one I have some difficulty knowing what it's supposed to represent. Yeah, that was very cozy place. It does show that you've put a lot of effort into this. What can I touch here? Ah, I can touch the armor. Mizuki's quest. Ah, the cat is from Mizuki's quest. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a cat over there. The picture. Ah, this picture is from Mizuki's quest. Okay. That makes sense. Probably the representation of dreams. Let's change the team. Not gained. Well, it was fun exploring your Serenity Pot. Would have shown you mine, but mine is literally just a mess. It is just a mess. I just put building on top of building just to have to gain the points. I didn't put much effort into it at all. Boom. Now the thing that I wanted to do from earlier. I'm gonna go on top of that mountain and look at everything from on top. I have the perfect team for this as well. Because I have McVuika right there. Boom. There you go. I have to wait a little bit.
Rise with the sun.
Okay, so let's look at the entire Serenity Pot from here. Yeah, that looks lovely from up top here. You have the little spot over there with the balloon. You have the main house here. You have probably like the Shogun's house over there. It could be the Shogun's house, and you have another house over there. Looks very lovely. Thanks for showing me your Serenity Pot. How do I leave, though? So I can do it like, leave the Serenity Pot. There you go. Boom. So we have still like half an hour before I have to start preparing to go to sleep. Well, have a good night, Momo. Do.
Running late again.
We still have half an hour before I go to sleep. Before I have to prepare to go to sleep. So what should I do? I guess I can start doing like the next Archon quests. Advance a little bit more into the story. But this time I'm gonna be using Navia's team if there's fight. I want to try this. Almost 200 crit damage. And see how good it is. I will have to work on a crit rate though. I definitely do have to work on a crit rate. Okay, I guess I need to... Yeah, it's probably inside into the sewer. You. There you go. The big door that leads to the sewer. Boom. Boom. What is this? Got a sword from a crate. I guess we're going to Navia's house. And she does live like around here. She lived like right here.
Here's the room, and it's empty and waiting for us as promised. Navia is such a good person. Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Even without Silver standing guard, we can just completely relax. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then.
What are you talking about, travelers? You don't think that the sewers are pretty view?
This place isn't that bad. Besides, how often do we get to stay in an actual base? Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it.
Fair enough.
Then it's agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep. We'll need to be up first thing in the morning to get in line and buy a copy. Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's also like a social documentary. Whew. It's actually pretty good.
You're pretty slow reader, Paimon.
No! Paimon just spends a bit more time sleeping than you, that's all.
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Huh? Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before. Wait, you're not here to give us trouble, are you?
A blonde traveler and a chatty little fairy. Looks like I found the place. Good thing I asked the Spina di Rosula. Seems they sent me the right way.
Hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not to talk too much. Most of the time, anyway.
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Palais
Most of the time is not enough.
Monsieur Nourrilette wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in person.
Nourrilette? He wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked so much the last time we met. Has something happened since then?
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Marmonia and asked Monsieur Nourrilette in person.
So what? The sewers is too it's too low for him to go into? Is that what you're saying? You cannot come into the sewer to meet us?
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we've freshened up a bit.
No, think about it. Except for like a single bot that came around to try and sell me bot, I haven't seen anyone trying to sell me art this stream. That's a very good thing. I'm quite happy with this stream. This is probably like the first Genshin Impact stream that I do that I don't have anyone trying to sell me art. Probably because they heard my speech last time about the fact that I was gonna ban them if they tried.
Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. You need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this. If I'm understanding you correctly, the Snezhnayan Harbinger known as the Knave has essentially requested a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine.
Wait, what?
But for...
Okay, so this is earlier. The Knave. Who's I do know who the Knave is. I do know who the Knave is.
I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan Harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating, right?
Wait,
Like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
she does seem to act differently from here than when she's in
If we
public.
don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me. I must take you with me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look,
What the hell is going on with her?
Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it. I'll go find someone to arrange the meeting.
What the hell is going on with her?
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party. I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina?
Alkino.
Lady Farina?
Yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable. To make this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such peace.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Udex Nuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding Child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya, as well as Fatui Harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the Fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
The Fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
The knave showed up already? Well, Linny did say that Father will be returning soon. We didn't even know that Linny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the Knave.
Could the knave be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the Knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
So maybe that's not very likely. Even though Farina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the Fortress of Meripede, Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the Fortress of Meripede. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child's disappearance. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to see justice done.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the Fortress of Meripede and investigate Child's disappearance. This was my proposal during our meeting with the Knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her in detail. The knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the Fortress of Meripede.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The Fortress of Meripede is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile, just as before. The Fortress of Meripede may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation, no matter how serious the grounds.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our own investigation as a third party, right?
You're gonna be considered
I
criminal.
will arrange false charges
What?
against you so that you may secretly
I said
investigate
that.
inside the
Okay.
fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot of unnecessary trouble. So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Yeah, at least he's finally admitting that Child is, even though he's a Fatui, he is still our friend.
Difficult task. Reluctantly.
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. Also, I hope that both of you can keep this operation a secret. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Meripede's entrance on Erinius once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange for someone to take you inside.
Prepared ourselves? Is there something we need to prepare?
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside the fortress are nothing like those on the outside world.
Oh, right! Even though we'll be there on trumped-up charges, we'll be in prison for real. On second thought, is it too late to back out?
Please do not.
We already
worry.
agreed, Paimon,
Since
just
you are
accept it.
sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report, you will be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal staff, regardless of the outcome.
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler, let's go eat the best meal we can find. We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another
Getting
meal
tired a
for
little bit.
months. Your treat.
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my personal gratitude.
Oh, wait, isn't that the cake that has been brought by the knave?
Oh, no need to thank me for it. Just be sure to enjoy it.
So in the end, nobody ate the cake from the knave. From Molkino. Was it really that bad? But anyway, I'm gonna exit this place just to make sure that there's no like, hello. You can barely see above the counter. Well, like I said, anyway, I'm gonna go out just to make sure that there is no more conversation. And if there is no more conversation, I'm gonna stop here for today. Yeah, there is no more conversation. I'm gonna stop here for today. I don't think there's anything else to do. Oh, I can get this. Can get it. That is probably gonna be I hope you like the stream. For those on Twitch, don't hesitate to go on my YouTube channel to look at the stream that you missed. And I'm going to be back on this Friday for another stream on Twilight Princess. Because I still haven't done anything to prep for Radiant Town. I should probably get to that at some point.
I really want to go traveling.
But since I have still yet to do anything about it, I'm gonna prep something eventually. But I'm gonna try to see if I have time this weekend to actually start prepping for Radiant Down Diamond Man. But anyway, so I hope you like it. I'm gonna see you next time, and ciao!
Ew.